we're going to wait a few minutes and let some people join with us.
Yeah.
So,
It's better with the crowd.
very true.
Yeah, so.
Awesome. Well, we're just going to talk while we're waiting for people before we get into the big broadcast, where we just want to let you guys know why we are doing this. What's the reasoning for it?
Yeah, so you want me to tell it?
Yes, I do want to.
Okay, so we initially thought about doing a newsletter. There's so many things that are happening at the Bradford, and it doesn't matter how many emails we send out. I mean, there's only so many people I can tell about the floors to in an email. So we were thinking newsletter, and then Dana was like, how many people really read a newsletter? They get the email, they see it, like, oh cool, but they don't actually read it. And we wanted to talk to more people than just our brides, who are amazing, and we love you guys and hope you're here. But yeah,
So we came up with this idea.
Yeah.
So why not go into the digital age? So it's our first live video, so bear with us. Hopefully we don't completely embarrass ourselves, but
if we
it's
do,
highly probable.
Don't
judge us. Don't judge us.
Please.
All right. Okay, so first off, we have some liquid courage in here, i.e. some champagne in our pink mugs. Wonderful. We want to introduce ourselves. I am Dana. I am one of the co-owners of the Bradford. You probably know my other owner, Courtney, as well. And a little bit about me. I have 2 kids, have a husband, been married for 12 years, and I'm officially been labeled a deer killer as of this morning. If you don't follow my personal Instagram, you should, and you will know why. I.e. I like to run them over with my cars.
Wait, so yeah, Dana,
Fun
how many
times.
deers have you run
3,
over?
3, including one this morning on the way back from taking my kids to school.
All
Lots of
before
fun.
8 a.m. in the
All
morning.
before 8 a.m. in the morning. Yes, luckily I already had a cup of coffee.
God bless.
God bless.
Would have been totally okay.
Yes,
It's because you have a cup
That's
of coffee.
exactly why.
Totally not okay. You
if
don't.
not,
No,
not okay.
not at all. Yeah, so I'm Maggie. I'm the event manager here. I've been here for 6 months, loving life. I'm unmarried, no kids. Also, God bless. Yeah, I have a dog. You'll probably hear about her.
Yes, we will hear about the
Our
dog.
dogs actually have the same
They
name.
do. I have a Penny.
And I have a Penny. It gets a little
Yes,
confusing
it does.
sometimes. But
Yeah.
mine is a Beagle Basset Hound mix, so a bagel. I have a bagel as a dog, and she's fantastic. So yeah, it's a little bit about me.
Awesome. So we wanted to just have you guys get to know us a little bit better. So each month we're going to kind of talk about what our favorite things are that we are just loving right now. And so Maggie, you're going to go first.
Okay, so my favorite thing this month, I mean, it's my favorite thing most months, but there's this one specific thing. So anyone who knows me, I am a huge coffee lover. Have to have 1 cup a day minimum, probably more. It's fine, caffeine addictions are great. And Starbucks is my jam. So Starbucks has a cold foam cold brew that is off the charts. Totally worth the extra $1 for the foam at the top. So you can get a regular cold brew,
But not
but it
cold
doesn't.
foam.
No, there's no foam on the top. It has the cool, this cool eco-friendly sippy cup. Takes me back. But yeah, it's like a sippy cup, and they're trying to save the earth by reducing the amount of straws.
I like
so
it.
I feel good about myself.
And the environment.
And the environment,
Good
it's
job.
like a win-win situation. Love it. The only thing that I don't like is it's hard to say. Cold foam, cold brew.
Oh, yeah, I would totally picture that.
Because that's normally the first cup I've had. Like I haven't had my cup yet when I go to order, so I
Right.
butcher it.
Yeah.
And the person is like, I really don't know
What are you
want.
saying?
Yeah. So yeah, it's my favorite thing right now.
Awesome. Well, my favorite thing have actually been my favorite for a while is Kendra Scott. So I'm like totally a walking advertisement. But what I love is I don't have to think about what I need to put on. I especially love these studs. I'm actually not wearing them today, but I wear them all the time. I got my 2 bracelets I wear all the time as well. And what I love about them is on your birthday month, you get 50% off any piece of jewelry. I don't know if you knew that. And also, if like one of your pieces like tarnishes or doesn't hold up to what their standards are, they'll actually replace it for you for free. So I feel like they have great customer service, and I always look more dressy than I think I look because I have jewelry on.
She always looks
I
dressy.
do not.
Don't let her lie to you. I walk into the office and like I'm looking like a scrub, and Dana just looks majestic.
That's
so.
really not true.
Y'all should stop by.
All right, so we are going to answer some questions from Instagram. So our first one came from Catherine, and it says, do we party at the Bradford during the wedding? This is purely a Maggie question because I'm actually not here for most of the wedding. So
Yeah, so normally not. You might be able to get me to dance.
yeah.
I did the wobble with a couple.
Nice.
Rachel and Andrew, shout out to you guys. Love you. So sad to hear that your honeymoon got wrecked by Hurricane Florence.
Oh,
It had to
that
be
is a
cut
bummer.
short, but they're amazing. So I went out there and I attempted to wobble.
Yeah.
My body was broken, so I really did wobble. So I'll do that every once in a while, but as far as like anything else, no, I do not. But you might be able to get me to dance.
The next question was from Bailey. It says, where do you guys stay when you have an event at the Bradford, and do brides usually coordinate shuttles? And so that's a really great practical question that most of our guests stay at the Homewood Suites in Cary off of Regency Parkway. And the hotel actually has a really great service where they kind of help you coordinate shuttles and have a great company that they recommend. So that's definitely who our number one option is. There are some other hotels in Apex, but we feel like Homewood has the best and the nicest. So
Yeah.
awesome.
And the next one
Is you want to
sure, Maggie. Why is Penny the best dog in the world?
Who is this from?
This is from my sister.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Hope you're watching. If you're not,
There'll be words.
there will be words when I get home. So that is an excellent question. I ask myself that every day.
But why is Penny? I mean, she's talking about my dog. She's the best dog in the world, right?
She might be, but she called me
Oh,
out
that's true.
specifically. Her dog is great, though. I
Yeah.
think they have some similarities.
Yeah, they're both kind of quirky.
Yeah, very quirky. Dana told me the funniest story this morning about her Penny that she's not going to repeat, but
No, I will tell you later.
super funny. They're both quirky. I don't know. I think
I think it's the beagle and the hound, because mine's a beagle hound mix too.
Yeah.
I think the two breeds together just create really loyal, really fun dogs.
right, super cuddly.
Yeah.
I don't know about your Penny. Is she cuddly?
Yes,
Yeah. Like
with
all
my
the-
husband, because that's her person.
We all have our people.
Yeah, she's not mine.
Not bad about it
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
right?
No, not better at all. I only saved her, only suggested we get her, whatever. It's fine.
I gave her a new life.
I gave her a new life, but she doesn't
It's
recognize
okay.
that. It's all
She can
right.
make sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
All right, so the next one comes from Kat, and it says, Maggie, with your knowledge of the wedding world, does this shape plans for your big day? Which is kind of misleading in this question.
What big day?
What big day? Your Saturday?
Right.
Yeah.
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday's
maybe?
changed, yeah.
Every Saturday has changed. But if you mean my wedding, which thank you for pointing out that I am unmarried. Then I'd say the way it's changed how I view how I'll deal with my own wedding and how I'll plan my own wedding is there is no way I would go without a planner now because I see all the things that can go wrong. Even if it's a day of coordinator, I think it's just so nice to have someone to take care of those small things. Like your wedding day, or at least this is what I believe, should be a day that you just relax and like focus on your family and focus on your friends and your future husband or your future wife, if there's any guys watching. And not have to worry, oh, this needs to go here, or this needs to go here, or I need to talk to so-and-so, or my great aunt Polly is going to, like, I'm worried she's going to talk to my mom, they don't get along. Like,
Right. All the
just
dynamics.
relax. All the dynamics. You have someone designated to just make sure it runs smoothly
Yeah,
for you.
it's good advice.
Yeah. I'm not just saying that.
Because, I'm your boss and I own a wedding planning
Right.
company, but yeah,
But
it's
really,
legitimate.
like everything else.
I think that's true for
Yeah.
anyone who works in the wedding industry. Like the minute they actually go to a wedding and like work a wedding, they realize how pertinent all the planners are. So shout out to all our planners. You guys do an awesome
We
job.
love you guys.
Yes, we could not do our weddings without you. You guys rock it every time. All right, so the last question is from Haley, and it says, any damage from the crazy storm? This is a really great question. We actually were going to address this earlier, but Haley, you are on the ball. And no, we actually didn't. We actually did not lose power, which is kind of amazing because sometimes we just get a flicker for like no reason. But we did get a lot of rain. We were a little worried about, not necessarily about flooding the property, but just the surrounding areas because Pea Ridge does sometimes flood. But we were actually very lucky. Our property, like we're 4 acres from the Haw River, but it was actually pretty low at that point, so it would had to have risen quite substantially for it to really, really affect us. So we were extremely lucky, extremely grateful that nothing happened. I think our biggest issue is we lost a lot of mulch, which I am totally fine with. Like I will take that any day, and I know that we have plans to kind of help, especially donate the stuff that we prepped with that we didn't even need to use for everyone who is affected by the storm. We have so many people in the industry, even in Durham, Wilmington area, that are just, still trying to put their life together. So our hearts are with you, and we're grateful for the Triangle not getting very much, but we totally understand that we were extremely lucky and extremely blessed to not have to have anything major happen to the venue. So one of the things we wanted to start talking about is like we sometimes after a wedding weekend, like we just kind of debrief and like, oh my God, I love what this client did. This is so awesome. So we wanted to kind of talk about what our favorite weddings this past month were. So we each got to pick one. So Maggie, you go ahead.
Yeah, so I am going to start with Deborah and Sunny. I hope you guys are listening because I love you guys so much.
I know, I toured them and they were amazing.
When did they book? It was pretty recently.
Yeah, it was pretty recently. It was like in the spring, I think.
Yeah. Well, all I know is when I met with Deborah and her wonderful planner, Bethany, and Simone from Sassel, who was their caterer, for the final walkthrough, I was like, this bride is going to be amazing. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes you just know these things. Mm-hmm. Just like when you meet the right person,
Yeah.
I met Deborah and I was like,
you're my person.
Clinging to you. I like you.
I know, it's sad, but she's only our bride for a few months.
I know, I wish we had her longer.
What'd you love about it?
What didn't I love about it?
Didn't you love
about it? Let's talk about the fact that this was one of 2 weddings for her.
Yes.
So they had 2 different weddings. Mm-hmm. One was an Indian wedding the next day.
Like Hindu, I think.
Yeah, and the first one was I don't want to butcher it.
Is it Baha'i? Baha'i, something Baha'i. I think Baha'i.
That sounds good.
Sure.
And that was the one here at the Bradford. So 2 weddings, 2 days in a row. Whirlwind. So she checked in on Friday, spent the night. I was able to come in and make them breakfast, have like that special time with them. And they were able to like sit down, relax, get started with their day. Sweetwater Ices was here. I love when they come. I get so excited.
It doesn't.
Right?
Shout out, Michael, if you're watching. Your stuff's always amazing.
Please come back.
Yes.
Every wedding.
We'll have you every wedding, no question.
I will hire you to be here. Dana will mix it, but
I probably will.
It's an emotional connection to the what is it? The peanut butter and strawberry.
Yeah, it's good.
Tastes like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Just brings you back.
Brings you back. Love it. So they had that. It was awesome. The rehearsal dinner, which was also here the night before, they had Chipotle, girl after my own heart. Yeah. So they had a smaller rehearsal, so they were able to make that work pretty easily, which I loved. And they also used our new ceremony spots.
Yes, they were the first ones.
The very first ones, and it was so cool.
We're so excited to see. I don't think we have the pictures back yet, have we?
No.
Yeah, I'm excited to see them.
Yes, so excited to see them because it was amazing. So yeah, it was awesome. Deborah and Sunny, love you guys.
So I don't actually get to do a ton of weddings. I'm mostly here on Fridays, but I actually had the privilege of working the wedding this past weekend just because logistically it was gonna be super complicated that we had to move it to Sunday and we couldn't put the tent up because it wasn't safe. And honestly, hurricane weddings in general have a special place in my heart. After Matthew with Alana and Gabe, that was just such an amazing event. It was a hard day for sure, but it was one of those things I just always feel for those brides that have to make a hard decision and have to change kind of their vision. And I think for me, the moment I just clicked with the wedding was I went upstairs to bring them an extra bottle of champagne because I felt like they just needed it. And I saw Anna, and she was just genuinely happy. She was calm, and she was smiling, and I think for her, it was all about marrying Charlie. And for us, like, that is such a joy to watch our clients just genuinely just be happy to get married, no matter the circumstances and no matter what's going on outside, that they still have the opportunity to marry the love of their life, and they still get the opportunity to party and hang out with their friends. So for me, that was a really great wedding, and I feel like everyone really pulled together, the caterer, planner, Maggie, us, we all just kind of made that flip happen really quickly. And yeah, it was definitely a team effort. And those are times too, as especially a venue owner, realizing like how much you depend on your team. And I love it when it all comes together so perfectly and seamlessly. So that has to be my favorite,
Definitely.
even though it was last weekend.
Very memorable.
Very memorable.
Yes.
So, all right. So the fun part, I guess, for me is I get to school Maggie. So we're gonna have a little game show here, just a little break from the monotony, and we have a little.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. I
She
don't
should
know what this is gonna be.
We're
but
gonna do a little intro song to it. It's gonna happen every time. So next time she'll get to school me in it as well. This is live here. See? Yay! All right. We'll get better at this. All right, so this is, I pulled this from theknot.com.
Okay.
These are 2018 bridal trends. One of them is incorrect out of all of these.
Okay.
Okay, so we can
I
talk
hate
through
these.
Yeah, you'll be great.
It's like you knew I hate these, and you're like, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so one of the first bridal trends was vibe over palette, meaning brides are more interested in the overall vibe of the event than necessarily a coordinating color palette.
Okay.
One was statement escort displays, so where the cards where people tell you where to go.
Yep.
One was for gifts. I didn't know if you know, people had that question all the time. One was asking for cash instead of gifts. Balloons, apparently making a comeback. Foregoing the favor, i.e. not giving out a favor at weddings.
How many are there?
There's a good amount.
And I have to choose which one's false?
Just one's false.
Out of 100.
It's not 100.
Guys, help.
Unexpected entertainment, so entertainment things that aren't normal at a wedding.
Okay, well that one's true.
First look beyond your partner.
That one's true.
Non-traditional wedding parties.
That one's true.
Traditional venues are back in style, i.e. country clubs, ballrooms, and whatnot.
True.
Smaller bouquets.
Ooh, I don't know.
And then sleeves on wedding dresses.
I hope that one's back because that's what I want. Ooh, Dana, there's so many to remember. And again.
All right, vibe over palette.
Okay.
What do you think, yes or no?
I think that is true.
Okay. Statement escort displays.
I think that is also true.
Asking for cash instead of gifts.
Okay, here's my thing with this one. I'm not saying this is my answer, but I feel like people are asking for like gift cards.
Yeah,
Like,
so
it's a trick question.
it's not a trick question. It encompasses like honeymoon funds or like stuff like that.
Then that is definitely true.
Okay. Balloons.
I hope not. I really hope that's not a trend.
Foregoing the favor.
Foregoing the favor.
Like
That's
not,
false.
Not giving out a favor.
I feel like that's false.
Okay, so you think foregoing the favor.
Well,
Unexpected entertainment.
that's true.
First look beyond your partner. So that was true.
That's true.
Non-traditional wedding parties.
True.
Traditional venues.
I said true originally, but now that you're reading now, I might think that's false, but we'll come back to that.
Smaller bouquets.
That's true.
And sleeves on wedding dresses.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, so you are thinking it's either balloons or traditional venues.
Little help, guys, please. I can't really read this right now.
You can't
but
even read it. Like if you ask a question, it's like way too small.
We'll come back.
We'll come back.
We'll circle around.
You can do it. What's your gut?
Am I right about one of them? Can you tell me that?
Yes, you're right about one of them. See?
Good. What were they again?
Balloons or traditional venues?
I feel like it's traditional venues.
That's so true. Congratulations. I did not school her in this, but yes, traditional venues are not trending. Non-traditional venues are trending.
Okay.
So the country clubs and ballrooms are not typical, which is great for us because we aren't overly traditional, mostly outdoors,
Yeah.
and have lots of different spaces. So good job, Maggie.
Wow, I'm really impressed with myself.
I'm very impressed with you
Can
too.
I put this on my resume?
Yes, you can. I
School
won.
data.
You'll get me next time. I'll probably lose. All right, Bradford updates. So these are things we actually really want to tell you about, things that we have done in the house and around the property that we're really excited about.
Yeah. You want to start?
Oh yeah, right, I'm starting, okay. So first thing is, our first one was tonight. So we're gonna do open houses the 1st and the 3rd every Wednesday from 4 to 7. So this is if you are like, hey, I wanna show my mom the venue, or I want to tour and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be here and I maybe could be there within this hour and a half window, or You just want to say hi.
Or you have a vendor who hasn't been
Yes.
here, like a florist,
Yes.
and they want to see the pergola
Right. So
or the ballroom.
Right, so you don't have to make an appointment. You just literally come in and do what you need to do, look what you need to look at, whatnot. So
Yeah,
we're really
within
excited
reason.
about that.
Do what you need to do. Within reason.
Within reason. So our next ones are October 3rd and October 17th.
Yep. And we will be here.
We'll be here.
So yeah, we'll
Yeah.
be here.
Yes.
Come by.
Yeah, come by.
Awesome. Okay. And then I'm going to launch into our summer projects. So I am very excited about these summer projects.
Yes.
And I'm really sorry if you've heard me. Like, Amanda, I am so sorry. Every time you come here, I talk about this. But I'm really excited about these. So the first one I want to start with are our new floors.
Yes.
So our floors were beautiful before, but they got they're so much better. They look
Yeah.
like new floors. We
They
got
do.
them. I mean, do you want to go in detail about
Yeah,
what
we
happened?
just got
Because I don't know.
We just got them refinished. So we originally had a oil finish on them with wax, and that didn't work out. We just felt like that wasn't holding up. So then we did this water lock, and that just also didn't hold up. So then we just went back to the basics. We stripped them down, gave them a really good coat of poly, and they look amazing. So before, I know probably didn't notice it, but to me, who's very particular, it always felt like there was something a little bit dirty on the floor. And so they always look clean and shiny and perfect. And we got new grates for which again, you probably don't notice, but like for me, I noticed it annoyed me. So it just looks so much cleaner and nicer, and
Yeah.
they're beautiful. So if you haven't seen them, come see them just
Right.
for that reason.
It
Just
might
come
not
by.
seem like a big deal, but I
It
never
is.
thought I could get this excited about
It's
floors
true.
until I saw these
It's
floors.
called being an adult. Yeah.
Is that what it is? Oh.
Yeah. Welcome to adulthood.
Thank
Getting
you.
excited about new floors.
It's the little things, y'all.
Yeah.
It's the little things. So the new floors are super exciting.
Yes.
New doors. So
Yes.
old doors.
Yes. Old doors.
Revamped.
Yes.
So we
Refinished as
personally
well. Yeah. Me and
went out
Maggie.
there,
Yes.
front door, back door, sanded it down. First time ever using a power tool.
Yeah. Very exciting.
Can also put that on my resume.
Yeah.
Along with
I can use a power tool.
I can do that. So sanded them down, gave them a new fresh coat of stain. They look awesome, and then weatherproof them.
Yeah.
They look amazing. So
Yeah.
we're-
Super excited about them.
They'll look beautiful in pictures, which is
Yeah.
the reason we kind of wanted to
Yeah.
do that. So, yep, new doors. New ceremony space. So we talked about it with Deborah and Sunny's wedding that they use this new ceremony space, but what is this ceremony space?
Yes.
We will explain that to you. So it is the front garden in front of the house. So when you walk out the front doors, it's on the left where the Bradford fence is. We have a gate area there. So the idea is you get married in front of those gates. We have fountains on either side. You can put flowers
Yes.
in them. You
Very
can put-
customizable.
Yeah, balloons, I guess. That's
Balloons.
since that's a trend. Woo! Balloons there. For all those balloon lovers out there, I am
Yes.
sorry. They are beautiful. You can put those in there. And my favorite thing about that space, I have two favorites,
Okay.
is I have three favorites.
Okay.
So for a larger guest count, I think it's awesome because it's more condensed.
And it's more symmetrical. Like I'm very type
Yeah.
A, so it makes my symmetrical heart happy.
Yeah, so you can fit more people
Yeah.
in each row, and it's more symmetrical on either side. Second thing I love about it is the curved seating.
Oh yeah.
There's just like this beautiful slate curve.
Yeah.
So nice, y'all. So nice. And then the third thing is the aha moment. Like
I love that too.
Affectionate
I actually sell that
about
a
it.
lot because I think once you can visualize it, it's amazing.
You want to explain
No,
what
you
it
can
looks
go.
like?
No, it's you, all you.
Okay, I am very passionate about this space. So the aha moment is you walking out the front doors with whoever's walking you down the aisle, and your guests turn around and they see you, and your photographer gets these amazing photos of you in front of these doors with the house in the background,
Yep.
and your future husband or wife is looking at you, and it's just like this aha moment.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful moment.
Yes.
It's like, I am a bride.
Yes.
I am here
I am here.
to be married. So yeah, that's the aha moment. Very
Yeah,
excited.
it's really pretty if you haven't seen it. And if you're a current client who haven't come out, make sure you come out to open house and you come take a look at it and see if it'll work for your wedding. We love it out there. And it also can be tinted. and it can hold, I think, a 60 by 60 tent. So it's actually bigger than our terrace, which is great. So if you really want to put everyone under one tent, that is an option. I think you could seat about 200 people under that tent. So
Yeah.
very exciting. The last big updates is not even for us personally, but we just want to kind of give a shout out to a couple of our caterers, just to keep you guys in the loop, because not everyone necessarily knows when their open houses are. So Rocky Top, they have one tonight, you know, and that's why I think we're sorry y'all couldn't join us, but the next one is November 14th. You just need to email Vicki at rockytophospitality.com. Mitchell's is October 10th, and that's a really fun one too. You just need to get in contact with Mitchell's and let them know that you are coming. Catering Works has one in November. They haven't released this specific date, but we will give you that when we know that information, but there is one in November. And then Durham Catering just wanted us to mention that they do complimentary tasting. So they don't actually do formal open houses, but if they're a caterer that you are entertaining, they will do a complimentary tasting for you and I think 3 other people. But you can reach out to them at Durham Catering and set that up. You will not regret it. It's super yummy food. So awesome. We are coming to an end, but we just wanted to end on a couple of things. One, I wanted to do some booking shout outs. These are clients who just recently booked with us and we're super excited that you chose us.
So
and
excited.
Very honored, and I've enjoyed touring some of you. I think Maggie toured some of you as well. Our first one was Heidi and Eric. They're getting married March 30th next year. Super excited to have them. They're super sweet.
They're great.
But yeah. We have Taylor and Devin getting married the weekend before, March 23rd, and they were really awesome as well. I really enjoyed touring them. Next one we have is Qua and Jeffrey, and they're getting married November 16th of next year, and they're really fun too. Very sweet couple, and I could just tell that they just genuinely loved each other, which is really fun. And then Courtney and Sean that are getting married September 14th, which again, I think I say this about everybody, but like, it's just so neat connecting with couples, and I think we sat in that tour for like over an hour and just
Really?
chatted. Yeah, like just a really
I
fun.
love those.
Yes, I know, and like her friends were with her, and they were just so fun to hang out with. So very excited that you guys picked us for your venue. We cannot wait to celebrate with you in 2019, and excited to go on this planning journey with you. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
You go ahead
Alright,
next.
and up next is who are we looking forward to celebrating in the upcoming month?
Have some good ones.
We do have some really good ones. I am excited. I can genuinely say that I'm excited about every single
Yeah.
one of these. So many great couples, but I'm going to call you out by name,
Yes.
give you a shout out. So
Well, we had this little one this weekend. It's like really not a big deal. You know, it's just like this.
yeah, it's really
Just kidding.
casual. Yeah,
It's-
so
It's Ashley and Austin.
Ashley and Austin,
Yes.
hope you're listening.
Yes.
So Ashley, we work with her.
Yes, she's our Bushel and Peck manager. So if you don't know the sisterhood of the businesses, there's Bradford, CD, Vince, and Bushel and Peck are all the same entity essentially. And so we get to work with Ashley every day.
Every single day, and we really get to work with Ashley this Saturday.
Yes.
Which is, we're just so excited.
Yes, and if there's any story you want to tune into, it is this weekend because, you know, she's a florist, so you can only imagine like what comes out of that brain. This is hers. We
is
just
hers.
borrowed it. Yeah.
Thanks,
Fresh.
Ashley.
Thank you.
Looks great.
And this is not the whole picture of what it's gonna be, but it is going to be amazing. We will have a little special guest as well that'll show up.
Are we saying
No,
who
we're not
it
gonna
is?
say. You have to
Okay.
go to stories to find out what it is. So we are super excited.
It's gonna be worth it.
Yes, and she's been planning it forever. At least everyone feels like it's been forever. So we are more than excited to actually celebrate the two of them together.
Yep.
So
Amazing.
yes.
Okay. And then Kristen and Zach are on September 28th. Such an amazing couple. Love them. So excited for them to get married. Danny and Kyle are on September 29th. So they met running, which is kind of something that would never happen to me.
Never happened to me either.
But I loved hearing the story of how they met. Like it was super cool to hear. So they're actually going for a run pretty early, the day that they're getting married, which is
Awesome.
so awesome. So cool.
So not me, but amazing.
Right? Like it just has so much meaning to them.
Yeah,
You could really
it's really
tell when
sweet.
they were talking about it. Danny and Kyle are on, oh, I just said
You
that.
just said them.
They're happening again on September 29th. Haley and Lauren are on October 6th. Jamie and Daniel are on October 7th. Amazing couples as well. Casey and James are on October 13th. They're so funny. They're just one of the funniest couples. They make me double over laughing. I love them. And then Hannah and Jay are getting married on October 14th. And Hannah and Jay actually work in the industry.
Oh, that should be another good one.
Yeah, so I love working with people in the industry that are getting married. They have a pretty good understanding.
They're
of
like,
things work.
yeah, they're like calmer and they're like more
They
understanding.
are.
Like they get it. So
Yeah.
it's definitely.
I
nice.
mean, you would think that because they've seen so much that maybe they'd be more like anxious about
Yeah.
it. But no, like every single person that I've worked with
Yeah.
that's been in the industry is totally chill and
Yeah.
calm. So
Awesome.
yeah, those are the weddings we have coming up.
Yes. So we hope you enjoyed this little alternate take on a newsletter.
Yeah.
I know we've had fun. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll save this on our stories and we'll upload it to Facebook if we can, figure out how to do that. I'm not
Right.
confident that'll happen.
No guarantees.
try.
We're going
Try
to
it.
try.
But yeah.
And give us any feedback that you
Yeah,
have.
if you like this, if it's helpful,
If
if
you
you
wanna
enjoyed
see
it. Look,
something.
I've got a heart.
Oh.
Thank you, whoever
If you
oh, we
hate
got
it,
another
we got
heart.
another one.
Look at that.
If you hated something,
Don't tell us. That's fine. No, I'm just kidding.
So tell me.
Yes, and we're gonna work on the light situation. It's like we have all these lamps everywhere. You should see it because it's like super
Yeah.
like dark
Well,
in the Bradford.
I will
But
say.
the other thing is it's like a heat box right now.
I am pretty hot.
Yeah, it's a little warm.
I don't know if it's because I'm nervous.
It's not.
So I'm like
It's
sweating
the
like my
light.
hands are or like we're in a sauna. So
We
we
are,
we're saunas
basically.
surrounded by lamps.
Okay, well we're gonna go now. But
got lost.
thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you next month. I think our next live broadcast is October 17th. That we will come back on and give you some more updates. And apparently I'm going to get schooled in something wedding related. And then another thing too is we're going to be doing a little giveaway with our favorite things that we talked about this month. So make sure you tune in to our Instagram next week. We'll release that giveaway as well.
Yeah. And just a reminder of what those are.
Yes, so Kendra Scott, you'll get a piece that we're going to be doing Kendra Scott jewelry and a Starbucks gift card to go get your cold foam cold brew. Look at that. There you go. Yes.
CFCB.
See ya. All right, thanks guys. Hope you guys have a great night.
Thanks.